Hello and welcome to the session of how to use model change property approach in Altair OptiStruct. So in this session we are going to see the model change property, add and remove for contact pair or tie freeze, then add and remove for 1D element, 2D and 3D elements, and again for adding and remove for the rigid elements and hands-on example. So let us first see the model change property in this OptiStruct. So it defines parameters for removing or uh, reactivating contact interference or for the elements here. So in the mode change, it has ID, then we have the type, then we have a change option, and also have the options for with strain or without strain, etc. So for the type, we have three type. First is the contact, means the contact interference can be selected here, and then element set and rigid sets here. So in this rigid sets, we can select the rigid elements for activating or removing the contact. In the change field, we can use a remove or add. An option we have with strain and without strain option also. And for the type as a contact, it model change bulk data entry is selected for the subcase information, and it can only referenced by the nonlinear subcase, means it is additionally supported for the optimization runs only. uh, so if the contact interference is neither removed or reactivated in the nonlinear subcase, if the subcase does not have the preceding subcase, the contact constraints is still active. And if the subcase has preceding subcase, the contact constraints may be active depending on whether it is active in the preceding subcase or not. So the model change property is not supported for a CGAP or CGAP-G element, and N2S contact in small displacement nonlinear RGs. Uh, and for the element set, it can support it for shell, solid, C-bush, on M2, joint G, C-bar, C-beam, etc. elements, as well as the gas elements, gasket elements also. Removing or reactivating of the element set is not allowed in the nonlinear transient analysis, and removing of all the elements referencing a grid will also remove the grid. And a strain free reactivation of the element is only supported for the large displacement nonlinear quasi-static analysis. And for this the rigid, we can use RB2 or RB3 elements in this rigid type, and it should be referenced as a set bulk data entry as a type of rigid. So let us see an example on the removing or adding the tie contact or the contact pair in the OptiStruct. For removing or adding contacts via model change, so I am going to consider the simple plate sample here. So there is a constraints at one end, and there is the load acts on the other end of this plate. So it's kind of a cantilever beam, and I have a predefined NL param card and loud card and the force and all. So I have defined the contact in between the two plates. So the first one is like the friction contact. So I defined a few elements for this contact, and I have defined this few elements patch for the tie contact. It's for the demo purpose. To remove or add the contacts, first we need to create a model change property for this. So right click on the model browser and go to the property. Let us give name as mod chg remove contact. So under this property, change the card image to mode change card. Under that we have number of parameters, the number of types, and the type of the model change what we have to remove or add this. Like here I want to remove the contact, or if I want to remove the element set or the rigid elements, so I can choose that. So here I'm going to select the contacts. Here we have a change option, that is remove or the add. So first I'll remove this contact from this model, and here we can define this the contact, which contact we have to remove, we want to remove from this. uh, this one is for the removing the contact. uh, Again, so I have already created the load step. Here is a nonlinear static load case. Here I have already defined the SPC, NL param card, force, NL out, everything. So I'll create another load step similar to this one. I'll give name as remove contact. So under this load step, I'm going to remove the contact from this the model. So everything is remains same, except I'll just go to the subcase option, and I'll check on this model change, and I'll define this model change property which I created previously. And again I'll just change this CNTNL SUV as the previous load step. So this is how we can remove the contact from the analysis for the particular load step. Now if I want to add this contact again in the next step, so for this I'll again create the same mod change property. So I'll just press Ctrl F and type mod change. So here I'll just add the contact. So I'm naming it like mode change, adding the contact here. So the card image should be mode change. Here number of parameter is 1, you can set this according to your requirement. And here the type should be contact. So here I'll just use the add now to adding the contact. So I previously I removed the tie contact, so here I'll again add it once again. So after that I'll just again create another load step similar to the previous one. So I'll just give the name as add contact. So in this adding contact subcase, everything is the same. So I'll just replace the CNTNL SUV here from the previous one, and this mod change I have to select the new one, that is the add contact one. After that, export this solver deck and solve it using OptiStruct. So okay, so I have already solved this model, and I'm showing you this post processing of this. So here this is the first load case. In that load case there is no mode change card we use, so it's just a normal nonlinear static load case. So as we can see, there is the we got some displacement over here, and this contact is well established between two plates. So if I change that subcase 2 where we remove this contact, so if we play it, so as we can see here, this portion is this portion of the contact is removed, and that's why the contact is not established here. Again in the last load case, we again add that contact. So as we can see here, again the contact is well established in that. So that is how we can post process it, and to check whether the contact is on or off. So while solving, we can check it in .out file, where it is clearly written over here in the summary of the contacts in nonlinear subcase. So for the first load case the contact is on. For the second load case we kind of remove the contact, and in the third load case we again add it. So that's why is a minus and plus sign here. So this is how you can verify this model mode change card in that. Now let us see an example on adding or removing for 1D, 2D and 3D elements in OptiStruct. To remove or to add the elements from this model, we are going to use model change card. So for this, I'm going to consider this model. So this model has 2D element, 3D element, 1D element as well as geometry element. So to remove or add the elements from this model, first we need to create one element set for this. So I have already created the element set with some 3D element, 2D element and one joint G element here. So to create a model change card, press Ctrl F and type as mode change, MODCHG. So this will create one property. So let us give name as remove element. So in this property we have the number of parameters as 1 and is the model change is type as element set. So in this we have two option as remove and add. So first we will select as a remove, and under this set id we will create we will select the element set which we which element we want to remove it. So after that we need to assign that mod change property to this load case. So we are going to create a duplicate load step for this. It's just for the demo purpose. Let us give name as remove. So this is a nonlinear static load case. Here the boundary conditions is that SPC load, NL param, NL out card predefined here. So for that, go to the subcase option, and under the subcase option check model change and define this model change property here, and after that select the CNTNL SUB and define this previous load state. So this is how we can remove this elements from the model. So if we want to again add this element in the next load case, again create a mode change property. Let us give name as add element. Under this, change this type to element set. Select the add as a change option. Under this change option we have with strain and without strain option. So I am going to select this with strain option here and select this element set which we removed previously. Now again we have to create one load step. So I am going to just duplicating this previous load step. In this element in this load step, search for this subcase option here and change that property to this newly created property for adding the element, and under the CNTNL SUB creating the previous load state. So this is how we can remove or add this element from the model using mode change property. So export the solver deck and solve it using OptiStruct. And I have already solved this model. So let us post process it in Hyperview here. So so this is the first load case. In this first load case we did not use any mode change card here. So we can see here this is the basic nonlinear static analysis, and if we go to the second load case where we use this mode change card and we remove 3D elements and 2D elements along with this joint G element. So here we can see this selected elements are now removed from this model for this load step. Um, and again we add those elements in the next load case, that is in the third load case here. So here we can see there's removed elements are again added in this model. So this is how we can use it, the mode change property. Now let us see an example on add or remove rigid elements. So for removing or adding the rigid element, we need to create the rigid set for this first. So creating the rigid set first, so let us give name as rigid set. Under this set card image, set the card image as set rigid, and after that select this element, select the rigid elements which you want to remove from this model. So I'm going to select this RB3 element here. After that we need to create the model change property for this. So press Ctrl F and type mode change. Let us give name as remove rigid. So first we will remove the rigid elements from the model. So under this mode change property, we have the type as contact element set and rigid. So select the rigid elements as a type, set this change as remove, and select this set as a rigid set. After that I have already created the load steps here. So in the second load step I am going to remove this rigid element. So go to the subcase option and check for this modal change here and select this rigid modal change, and under that CNTNL SUB select this previous load step. Similarly now I am going to add the rigid elements. So I am going to repeat the same process here. So let us give name as add the rigid element here. So under that set the type as rigid and change type as add, and we have option with strain and without strain here. So I'm going to select the with strain option and selecting the rigid set here, and this mode change property I'm going to select it under the third load step here. So selecting the add mode change here, and under the CNTNL SUB I'm going to select this second load step, that is the previous load step here, and after that export the solver date and solve it using OptiStruct solver. So here we can see in the post processing, so the selected RB3 element is now removed from this model in the second load step, and in this third load step we can see this it is added again in this model. Thank you very much for watching the video.